it's a baffler, Mr. Wildman, I must say. Of course, with potency problems, you can't be too hard and fast. Now, we've got you on the ginseng, haven't we? You are taking that religiously, I hope.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Wildman sees to that.
And still no joy, eh? No, I can see there's no joy. Of course, what could be lacking is the fibre.
Oh, you think this'll do the trick, do you, Mr. Flitcroft?
Well, think of yourself as an athlete, Mr. Wildman. A pole vaulter, for instance. You know, you've got the speed, you've got the power, but without the pole to get you aloft. Where are you?
Aye, well...
Yes, the fibre is nature's pole, Mr. Wildman. Yes, it's good stuff, is that? Yes. Brucella swears by it, don't you, Brucella?
I do, yes.
Yes, of course, she takes it for a different reason to you. Lazy colon, yes. Bone idle, in fact. Simply won't exert itself without the fibre, will it, Brucella?
It won't, no.
No. So there you are. There you are, Mr. Wildman. Thank you, goodbye, and good luck.
Knocking Mr. Flitcroft.
Yes, I heard it. I don't know, Brucella. They come in here, they want to be fitter, slimmer, stronger, sharper, hairier, more virile. They see me stood here and still they take my advice. Not one of them ever says, if the stuff's that good, why don't you take it yourself? Of course, you know what that is, don't you, Brucella? That is faith healing.
It'd be worse if you were a hairdresser, Mr. Flitcroft. The credibility gap. Knocking Mr. Flitcroft.
I heard it.
I think it's Mrs. Flitcroft.
And here's me hoping it was a Death Watch beetle. Of course it's Mrs. Flitcroft. Hello, Nurse Nature. L. Howard Flitcroft speaking. You want to speak to who? The nurse? You... Get off the line, you pervert. There's another one, you see, who thinks we're running a massage parlour.
Mr. Flitcroft, I wish you wouldn't tell customers about my lazy colon.
You told me that if you didn't shift enough fibre every week to make a decent-sized doormat, the doctor said you'd never see 40.
That was just between us about my colon. Wasn't intended for public consumption.
Devil does she want now? All right, I'm coming, Mother.
Oh, I could be dead up here. Dead, and never call you Mother.
All right, Mother, what do you want?
Oh, Mummy wants to talk to a darling boy. Mumsy wants a kiss.
Oh, God. All right, if it'll keep you quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Yeah. Here, have you been smoking?
Yes, I have, honestly.
You're lying. Mummy always knows when you've been lying.
All right, I admit it. No, I haven't been smoking.
Oh.
Well, you know I hate those herbal cigarettes.
You're not supposed to like them, Leslie. They're good for trade. You're in the shop, you see. A customer comes in and sees you puffing away. Well, he starts back in amazement. Why, Mr. Flitcroft, smoking you? I can hardly believe it. And you reply with a quiet smile. For the sake of my chest, Mr. Plinge. Yeah, tobacco, no. It's the purest Indonesian colt's foot. The health secret of the Aztecs. And we have another happy customer.
Look, you don't expect me to demonstrate the contraceptives.
Only because you wouldn't know how.
And I'm not going to puff the fags.
Oh, you haven't got it here, Leslie. When I was on the stage, I smoked. We all smoked. We had to. Ambrose Barrington could get a round of applause just lighting a cigarette. He had tremendous style.
He also had tremendous bronchitis.
When Ambrose Barrington lit 2 cigarettes and gave me one, oh, the audience knew exactly what was going on.
I'm saying nothing.
Life is a performance, Leslie, and the shop is your stage and the herbal cigarettes are your props. Oh, Mummy only wants to build up trade. For you, Leslie, Mummy won't always be here to think for you.
What is this?
Oh, yes, a letter came for you.
It's been opened.
I opened it by mistake.
By mistake, it's addressed to L. Flitcroft, Esquire.
I expect I thought it was for your father.
My father, it's 47 years since he lived here. You can't open my letters, it might be personal.
Oh, it's personal, all right. It's from that hussy, the one that set a stall out to catch you. Oh, I know all about her.
Clive, dinner will be on the table in 5 minutes.
Why do you call it dinner? Everybody else round here calls it tea.
In this house, we have certain standards. Our evening meal is dinner.
But it's only 5:05.
Oh, Clive, please. It's hard enough for a woman alone to keep her end up without you sniping. What are you doing?
You know I'm going bald, don't you?
Nobody goes bald at 16.
Well, somebody has to be the first. Is Dad bald?
I really couldn't say. He was bald when I last saw him. May would have spent the maintenance and never sends me on a course of implants.
I knew he was bald. I remember the night he left. I got out of bed and stood on the landing. You and him were downstairs in the hall. And the light was shining off his bald patch.
Darling, tragic memories. But Mummy makes it up to you, doesn't she?
If it's in your genes, you're doomed. I'll be bald by the time I'm 18.
You won't lose your hair, dear. Not if you live cleanly.
I shampoo it 3 times a week.
I'm talking, Clive, about moral cleanliness. About steering clear of girls.
Well, that'll be easy enough once I'm bald. They won't come anywhere near me.
Nice girls will. Nice girls don't care whether a man has a lot of hair. That isn't what makes a man attractive. Look at Uncle Leslie.
I haven't got an uncle.
You know very well who I mean. Mr. Flitcroft. A very personable man. And yet not what you'd call hirsute.
Yeah, he's bald, all right. He must have had a really unclean life to get like that.
That is
You said that's why men go bald.
not Mr. Flitcroft.
Of course. They say it's a sign that a man's incredibly virile, too. Was Dad virile?
I never asked him.
Is Mr. Flitcroft virile?
How could I possibly know a thing like that? Really, Clive?
Well, you've been friends with him long enough.
Look, Clive, darling, listen to me. Mr. Flitcroft and I are friends, yes, but we are not married. And Clive, I live a life of moral cleanliness. Do you know why that is?
You're frightened of going bald?
No, it's to set you a good example. I'm putting your tea on the table right now.
What happened to dinner?
I know you, Leslie. You'll be putty in the hands of a woman like that.
Like what? Just what are you getting at?
She's a divorcee.
You're a divorcee.
I'm a widow.
Yes, a widow divorcee.
Well, anyway, Eunice Ramshaw says she's got a teenage son, so she's obviously too old for you.
Don't be ridiculous. Only women who've had a telegram from the Queen are too old for me. 50 next week.
And I haven't forgotten your birthday, Leslie. I've got you a wonderful, wonderful present.
Huh?
Piano lessons.
Piano lessons.
The man who can play is always popular at parties. Oh, Leslie, when you can sit down at that piano and let your fingers drift lightly across the keys.
Last year's present was better than piano lessons. At least you can sell a train set.
You can have a glittering social life here at home. Now, isn't that better than throwing your money away on this good time, girl?
What money? I don't have any money. You pay me less than we pay Bruce Seller.
When I'm gone, and the way I'm feeling, it won't be long now, you'll have it all. You'll have the property and the business.
The bus pass.
That's why this woman's chasing you, you know, Leslie. It's 'cause of your prospects. She couldn't possibly be interested in you for yourself.
Thank you. You do wonders for my confidence.
Oh, come on now. Come on, get this down, you.
Ham shank, chip shop peas, dumplings. It's full of salt. It's heaving with saturated fat. Good God, if our customers knew we ate food like this, they'd burn the shop down.
You need building up, Leslie. It's too late for me. You broke my health and ended my career, but I forgive you, Leslie. But you see, that's why I worry about the business. I want to build it strong and sound so that when Mum is gone, it's all going to be there for you, you see.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what worries me about the business, shall I? People think we're running one of these massage parlours. We get men ringing up wanting a rub down with an oily rag. And there's you banging away up here. No wonder they think it's a knocking shop.
Nonsense.
It's your fault for calling the shop Nurse Nature. Men hear the word nurse, they know it's rude. They hear nature, they think it's people with no clothes on.
What's that?
Sounded like Brucella screaming.
This man walked in, you see. Oh, my nerves are in shreds.
The herbal cigarettes are good for your nerves. And I can give you a staff discount.
He said he was interested in massage.
There you are, you see. Nurse Nature. They think we're a massage parlour.
So I said, well, a lot of people swear by the wild Siberian yak oil. So I showed him a bottle. Economy size, with it being on special offer.
Yes, the size doesn't matter.
He said that.
But...
And then he said, is it you who's going to rub it on for me?
Good. Right, that's it. We are definitely changing the name of the shop.
We are not. Well, I mean, it's bringing in business, isn't it? You can't deny that.
So I said, it's not me who's going to rub it on for you. You can see to that yourself. He seemed quite put out.
Well, yes, it would. I mean, you've just invented a new concept. The do-it-yourself massage parlour.
Do-it-yourself massage isn't any use to us. Let's see. We've got the space behind the shop. It's whether we've got the staff to cope with it. We need what I think they call hands-on management.
Mother, no, don't even think about it.
Do you know any Swedish? Leslie, you're never going out, are you? Mummy wants to talk to you.
6.5 days a week we talk. I need half a day off. Which is less than God had, because he had a full day off when he'd done 6 days work.
You got Brucella to help you in the shop. God was all on his own.
Listen, I'll stop if you'll change the name of the shop.
No, Nurse Nature it is, and Nurse Nature it stops.
Right, then I'm off.
Oh, Leslie, don't. Oh, I expect he's gone to see that woman.
I don't know, Mrs. Flitcroft. But I do know they're different from us, aren't they, men? Have these appetites. I mean, take that man who came in here wanting a massage. I said to him, do I look like the sort of girl who'd rub wild Siberian yak oil on a complete stranger?
And what did he say to that?
He said, now I come to mention it, I didn't look like that sort of girl.
No, well, you don't. You could try doing your hair different.
Yes, I was wondering about that.
Because you might get asked again, you know, if trade picks up, and it might. Because we're sticking to Nurse Nature no matter what our Leslie says.
Well, I think you're right, Mrs. Flitcroft. Because I'm quite sensitive to names, me. I mean, take my name.
Yes, it's definitely very distinctive, isn't it? You don't meet a lot of Brucellas.
It's the feminine of Bruce. Like Nigella or Edwina. Quite upper class, really. I hate it.
Do you know, when I first went on the stage, there was one poor girl called Googie. Googie Withers. I said, you'll have to change that, but she wouldn't listen.
I can't change it, my dad would be that upset.
Is he Bruce?
No, Arnold. It's my uncle, he's called Bruce, the one who went to Australia. The millionaire.
Oh, I think Googie went to Australia. I think so. I know some were dreadful. Did you say millionaire?
They call me Brucella to get me in the will, that's why I can't change it. I'll be Brucella Pashley all my life.
Married women can take their husband's names, you know. Like Mrs. Patrick Campbell. You could be Mrs. Leslie Howard Flitcroft. Oh, come on, you must have noticed. Oh, he practically worships you.
Of course, I know exactly what she's got in mind. She wants to turn that shop into a boarding house.
Well, I could understand that if we were at the seaside. But
Oh, no, not a boarding house. A bawdy house, you know, a so-called massage parlour.
surely not.
You don't know her, Wendy.
Well, I feel I do, Leslie. You've told me so much about her.
You've never even met her.
Well, I'm glad you've mentioned that.
Oh, it's the name, you see. Nurse Nature.
Because it's high time we
I think
did
she
meet.
planned it. Planned it
And
all
after
along.
all, you and I have been friends for a long time.
You don't know
now.
the craving I've got to change that name.
Don't tell me about craving, Leslie. The yearning to change a name. I ache to change mine. I'm sick of being Wendy Watson. Saddled with the name of the man who left me. I want you to saddle me, Leslie. Yes. I want to be Wendy Flitcroft.
Oh, we can't. I mean, the shock would kill her with her dicky heart.
Well, that's why I've been patient, Leslie.
Oh, God knows, Wendy, I'm carrying enough guilt already. It's me that ruined her health, me that ruined her career. That's a pet name for me, you know, mother's ruin.
But surely you could take me home to meet her.
Oh, no, the shock would kill her. And as for marriage, I'm afraid, no, we'll have to wait, Wendy. Wait until she's gone.
Oh,
I know. But that doesn't mean that we've got to wait for everything, does it? I mean, it doesn't mean that we've got to deny ourselves happiness.
what do you mean, Leslie? What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at is what I'm not getting. Look, let's put it this way. Me and Mother are total opposites. There's her with a dicky heart and me with a huge desire. Oh, Wendy, I've got me physical side, me needs, me deep hunger.
Oh, Leslie, so do I.
Well, then, what are we waiting for?
Marriage. Leslie, don't you see I have to be strong for both of us? If I were to weaken you, well, you wouldn't respect me.
Oh, I would. I'd probably respect you even more.
No, you wouldn't. I know you, man. You'd think I was easy.
Easy? Good God, we've been going out for 10 years.
Doesn't time fly when you're enjoying yourself?
Rats.
Now you, Leslie.
Mother, what is that thing down in the stockroom?
Oh, it's a day bed, dear. Brucella brought it up from the cellar. Such a strong girl, such capable hands.
Mother, I know what you're
No,
up
but
to.
I thought, supposing one of our customers comes over all giddy.
Mother, no.
It's for you as well, Leslie, and Brucella. Oh, well, you've got to look after the staff, and she's such an attractive girl.
Attractive? Brucella? What the hell are you drinking in there?
It's my usual gin and evening primrose. Oh, this piano, you know, Leslie, it's a wonderful instrument. I remember dear Ivor popping in one evening, Ivor Novella, that is, and he sat down at that piano and he played Gems from Careless Rapture.
Sounds more like Careless Rupture.
No, it wants tuning, that's all. Oh, dear Ivor, he wanted me to go out on tour with him, you know, in Glamorous Night. But you came along, so it wasn't to be.
Yes, that's right. Go on, blame me.
No, you're my consolation, Leslie. You and your simple, unswerving love. Oh, Leslie, what need have you and I for the bright lights and the fame? No, we have each other, haven't we? Oh, Leslie, let us not ask for the moon when we have the stars.
You're full of these second-hand lines, aren't you? You never say anything that's from the heart that's really you.
Don't you talk to me like that, you roly-poly little scumbag.
Terence Rattigan?
No, that line's my own. You were always a difficult boy. No wonder your father walked out.
Oh, now, come on. I was only 2 years old.
Yes, and an unattractive 2-year-old as well. Loud and messy both ends.
Well, he didn't run off with an attractive 2-year-old, does he? He was a blonde 22-year-old, as I heard it.
Oh, you cruel boy. Oh, my heart.
Oh, give over.
Oh, get a doctor, Leslie.
You don't need a doctor.
Oh, I do.
Forget.
Oh,
Oh, come on. There's no need for doctors, surely.
oh. No, you're quite right. Why fight the inevitable? You won't have long to wait, Leslie, and then you can have your own way all the time.
All right, make up your mind. Is it your heart or your lungs?
My one wish, before I take my final curtain, is to see you settled.
Yes, well, I am settling, as a matter of fact. I measured myself last week. I'm an inch shorter than I was 2 years ago.
Oh, Leslie, you know, you can search the world for happiness, and here it is. It's in your own backyard.
Now what are you on about?
Brucella adores you. Didn't you realise when she said she didn't want to rub yak oil on a stranger?
So?
Well, you're not a stranger, are you?
You can't beat the septic tank yeast for tension and nerves, Mrs. Pickerskill. It's done wonders for me. Thank you. Yeah.
You're all jumpy this morning, Mr. Flitcroft. I'm like that some days. With me, it's water retention.
Yes, you've said.
Doctor says I'm like a human sponge.
I know, some days I fancy I can hear you squelching as you walk.
I think with all that fibre I have, it would soak it up, but no. Doctor says he's never seen water retention like it.
If the government get to hear about you, you'll probably be privatised.
But with you, it's probably muscular tension, because you are, aren't you?
Oh, muscular?
No, tense. Good rub down with the yak oil, that's what you need. I'll gladly do it for you.
Oh, no, I wouldn't put you to the trouble,
Oh, it's
Brucella.
no trouble. Anyway, Mrs. Flitcroft says I ought to practice just to get my hand in.
Oh. Did she?
We've got that daybed in the stock room, I don't know if you've noticed.
Yes, I certainly have.
So if you want to, get stretched out, I'll fetch the yak oil and...
No, actually, I've been thinking about that stuff, Brucella. I mean, what is your average yak when all's said and done? It's only a sort of big cow.
All I know is it really suits me.
I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that you might as well just rub me down with a handful of beef dripping.
Fair enough, Mr. Flitcroft.
Morning.
Oh,
Good morning. Through the shop, the lady said.
I beg your pardon. Excuse me?
When I rang up. Just go straight through the shop, she said, so time is money. The sooner we can get down to it.
I knew that's what she wanted the bed for, what she told you to practice for. Well, I'm stopping this right now. All right, you can get off that thing. You...
Old, yes, but that's all right. Like they say, there's many a good tune played on an old un.
Would you like a nice cup of tea before you start?
No, I'd just as soon get on with it.
You, out.
Oh, keep out of this. It's for your benefit, Leslie.
Come on, out.
Oh, you'll have to excuse my little boy.
Little boy, you're as browny as he is. Come on.
Please, now, come on. Get out.
I'll be glad to.
And don't come back. Oh, and you can tell your friends and all. Oh.
Oh, Mr. Flitcroft, you're wonderful when you've got your wild up.
I've done my flaming back in. Felt something go as I was coming down the stairs.
You're not going to stop me, Leslie. We're having that piano tune whether you like it or not. What? Picking on the piano tuner like that.
Piano tuner?
He's always been the same, mad jealous whenever I have a man in the house. Do you know, he locked the gas man in the cellar when he was a little lad. And the milkman's horse won't come down the street in the end. The doctor said it was a sort of Oedipus complex. Still, as long as the lad loves his mother.
It's all me back.
So he's back in, Mrs. Flitcroft.
Oh, I see. Oh, Leslie, love. Oh, love, come and lie down on the dead bed, love. Oh, my goodness. Rosella, get your yak oil.